Her co-worker into some feminist battle against the patriarchy?
You may not be impressed with my tactics, but a jury of Miss King's peers will be when I sue higher airlines in civil court on her behalf.
You will be laughed at in court, Andy.
I don't think so. Not when I illustrate.
Hello, my SISTAS fans. I'm back. Oh my God, I am doing so bad at these videos, posting these videos. I get so caught up because I have other content that I post on Facebook and also TikTok. So, I do enjoy my YouTube time. So I just want to say thanks again, you guys, for following, watching my videos, supporting me. Thank you so much. So before I start this review, I just would like for you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Let's just get right into this. So people, this is my review on SISTAS new season 8, episode 21, entitled London Bridges. Okay. So we come back from where we left off last week, where you have Danny and Andy sitting down with Tony's lawyers, and they trying to come to like some agreement on what Danny should get, or well, Andy is really advocating for Danny, well, representing Danny. And she's trying to get her like a little quick payday for pain and suffering, which I was happy to see that. I was like, all right, come on now, Andy, let's go. She got Danny $75,000 and she got her job back. So I said, yeah, I definitely enjoyed that part. Right. And so you have Tony, he's sitting there and he want to have like this little conversation afterwards, but Danny is not really feeling having that conversation there right after the whole situation with the case. So that was understandable. I understood why they didn't want to Danny didn't want to have that conversation there. It made a lot of sense. So then we school over to Karen. Karen's at the salon, and her and Pam are still trying to figure out a way where they can make this money to, well, double their profits with Roots to Riches. Now, people, this Roots to Riches thing is a little bit exhausted for me. Okay, so now Miss Marie gave Pam and Karen an offer that if they were to double their sales, she would invest $150,000 in the business. Now, why are they so excited? Because it's not like the $150,000 is going directly to them, though, right? I don't know. But it's to invest back in the business, some work from where I'm assuming. But these ladies are having a hard time trying to figure out ways to increase their sales for Roots to Riches. I in this part, I believe Pam mentions Trey. Now, I believe Trey is not in this to help them. I believe if she brings in Trey, they're going to lose all their money because he's going to steal it. That's what's going to happen. So Hi and Pam had this discussion and they tried to figure out ways to double the sales on Roots to Riches. So we move it from there because, like I said, people, I'm not sure how this Roots to Riches thing is going to go. It seems like they're not really it seems like it's not really selling that well. So I'm not sure why everybody is trying to invest in it. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in season 9 because this is the last episode. This is the episode before the last episode, which is next Wednesday. So we move on from there. We go over to Zach and Fatima. Zach comes to see Fatima in the office and brings her Louis. This was so very cute. I was like, I just love these two. He takes very good care of her. So they have a little quick discussion, and Fatima tries to explain to him, Zach, you just can't be popping up here anymore. Now it's looking like a real business now, because they had people just popping up. Fatima would leave when she wants to, Andy would leave when she wants to. So now I like what it's giving now. Now it's giving real law firm, real, I can't have company like that. All right, you dropped off my stuff, now you got to go. So, in the mix of them standing there talking, Zach wants to know what's going on with Karen business. And he's thinking about investing in the business. Now, Zach, come on, stop. You are what money, first off, because from what we know, Gabby took all his money. So I don't know what he would be invested. And I think that Fatima is right. Don't get yourself mixed up in this whole Karen thing. Like sometimes I'm like, Zach, okay, are you really over this whole thing with Karen? Did you like the drama? I don't know. Even though, granted, people, that's still my boy. I still love this couple, but yeah. Had me looking a little sideways, like, why are you? Yeah, no, not gonna work. So I'm glad Fatima cut that short. Now, then we move on from there and we go over to Sabrina and Maurice talking. Now, people, this is my whole thing about Sabrina. Sabrina, you had a man. Your man was willing to sacrifice what he believed in, which was not believed in. Let me not say that. He was willing to, I guess, change his mind about what he felt about having children because he loved you that much. She didn't even take out the time to say, let me tell him I'm going to do this before I do it. She went and took somebody else's sperm while she's in a relationship with someone and didn't tell them and threw it. And I'm confused why she think her and Rich are on good terms right now. Oh, I'll just talk to them about it later. No, Sabrina. I don't like how the writers are having Sabrina deal with this whole thing because I don't understand like who in their right mind would have a man that you were getting ready to have a child with, and granted, some circumstances happen and things happen and you realize that it might be you might be taking a chance having a child with the man that you want to be with, right? Because at this point I'm confused. Do she really want to be with him? But I don't like how the writers have this going. Like, come on now. Why would she think that she even still with him? You went and did something and didn't tell him. Something as serious as what she did. Why is she not trying to maybe not get him back? Maybe I'm not saying beg, but why is she sitting around thinking that everything, oh yeah, everything will blow over. I'll just talk to him when he calmed down. No, Sabrina. It don't work that way. So, and then on top of that, you got this guy, Damani. We all don't really know much about Damani. Damani popped up saying that he wanted to do a story. He was told to do a story on Sabrina. And I'm like, okay, on what? Because Sabrina was locked up, first off. They had her in jail because they thought she was stealing from the bank. But the way that he came to Sabrina about the situation was almost like they were praising her because she was such a good worker. But that's what seemed funny to me. I'm like, did somebody send him to do, to set Sabrina up or something? Because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking Bio, the African dude that told her before he left her apartment he would get her back. And I'm like, maybe does Bio have something to do with how Damani just popped up? Now, people, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably going on the right track that this guy Damani is setting Sabrina up for something. I don't know what it is, people, but it's definitely something. And I think that I'm not sure why they brought Calvin back because it's just not making sense. Like, what part is he gonna play in all of this? Like, if Calvin has returned as one of the guys, main characters, what would the storyline be with Calvin? Because right now Sabrina done exchanged, I'm sorry, people. Sabrina has already have interacted with Damani with getting his sperm. Then you got Rich, who she thinks she's still in a relationship with. Like, I'm confused. Like, where is Calvin going to fit in this whole storyline at? So I'm not even sure why they brought Calvin back. I love to see him though, but I have no idea why they brought him back. Moving right along, we go over to Calvin showing up at Sabrina's house, and they just have this talk about basically nothing. And then we leave over from there and we go to Rich. Now, Rich gets a call from Jordan. Jordan is in jail. Now, people, why the hell Jordan? How long was Jordan in jail? Because I'm confused. They locked Jordan up. Look, Jordan got locked up. Has on a gel gel jumpsuit already. Like, you didn't go to see the judge but you have on a whole gel jumpsuit like you really in prison. I can't with these writers. I don't know. They gotta make it make sense sometime. I mean, this is my show. I love it, but come on now. So you got Jordan in jail. Actually, I mean, I guess he's saying hopefully he don't hurt himself, or is that what he's trying to tell Rich? I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be the way people that he goes out of the show, because I don't think that Jordan will be on Sisters in season 9, right? So I don't know. This phone call, it was a little bit confusing. Like, are you trying to do something to yourself? Like, what do you call for? Like, I don't know. It was just, y'all know how I feel about this whole Jordan thing. So moving along, we get Andy. We're back at the office with Andy. She goes in to talk to Robin because she realized that Robin is really getting ready to leave and go back to London. Now, I don't know, people. A lot of people still are not trusting Robin. They seem to still think that Robin, some people, I read their comments, they still seems to think that Robin has something up his sleeve. Now, something up his sleeve towards Andy, I'm not too sure. Do I feel like he's in love with Andy? I do, until he shows me something else. Or the writers do a plot twist with him. I think that he's really into her. I don't know. I think that he's always been into her. And I believe that if he leaves, Gary is going to somehow try to really sabotage her life. But if he stays, he is going to be her protector in the show against Gary. So they need for him to stay because they need that drama. And Robin and Gary gave perfect drama. You would think these two guys really hated each other. Him and Jordan, Gary and Jordan was just corny to me. Then you have Penelope who runs it. I am so sick of Penelope. People, please let me know if you're sick of this girl. I don't know why they got Penelope. Penelope, again, Andy did not put you in any situation with Gary. You put yourself in the situation. I wish the writers would drop Penelope, this little storyline with her being so mad with Andy because it's not making logical sense. It doesn't. Because Andy was the one that told her everything about Gary. She took it upon herself to approach Gary. She took it upon herself to go to that office. Andy told her that he was a dangerous man. Why would she tell her all of that if she was planning something against her? I'm so over that part. I hope that next season we don't see Penelope in that light. Not with this whole thing with Gary and hating Andy because of Gary. I'm not getting that. Because remember, people, Gary is getting raped. Gary is already out of the hospital. I don't know if Penelope knows that or Penelope's gonna go see him or what, but I don't know. Let's moving along from there. We go over to well, in that same scene, you have Andy who actually lets Robin and Penelope talk alone. And Penelope begs Robin to help Jordan. And at first, Robin is like, I already have you and Andy I'm trying to defend. I can't really put another load. But then he decides to break in. And I don't know if he's just a nice guy or if maybe he got a little thing for Penelope. I don't know, people. I don't know. They might just go there. That might be a twist. I don't know. So he winds up taking a case. I mean, well, not taking a case for Jordan. He winds up he's saying he'll just go check it out and see what he could do to help him out in some kind of way. He leaves that alone. So we move from there. We go to Danny. Danny part was kind of just with Tony. Tony actually proposes. I don't know. Danny been getting proposed to all these seasons and ain't married nobody yet. So I don't know what's going to happen with her and Tony. I do not see Danny marrying Tony at all, right? I think these guys are getting ready to go off out of the show. They're getting ready to leave the show. I'm almost sure it may only just be Tony that might stay. I'm hearing maybe it's Tony or maybe it's Rich. I'm not sure because some people were saying, I was hearing that all three of the men are not coming back for season 9. So let's see what happens with that. So we move on from there. We go back to Karen. You have Aaron that comes over to the shop. And I'm telling you, people, Aaron is going to turn out to be something else. Right now, Cameron is into him. And I don't know about you guys, but who else see this? This looks so fake with her and Aaron. It's not given. I don't know. It's just not, it's just looking fake. It's looking forced. I don't know. Cause we all know that Karen doesn't really want Aaron like that. It's almost like she's making herself want him. And I think that she's gonna get herself caught up and she's gonna see the real side of Aaron. Because I remember not too many months back before season 8 started, Aaron did an interview and Aaron said that his character is going to go back to the character he was at the beginning of season 1. Now, Aaron had a little attitude at the beginning. He wasn't so soft and doing everything that Karen wanted him to do. So he said that we would see another side of him. So I'm believing we definitely will. So we move from there. We go back to Zach and Fatima, and they're just basically talking about Karen, the business, and back to the investment, and so. And then Robin pops up, and Robin kind of apologized to Fatima and says that he knows that she just was having Andy's back. So then we move on from there, and we have Penelope again and Andy. Penelope is doing the most. I cannot. I'm like, this girl is exhausted. She's exhausting, very exhausting. So we move from there. Her and Andy just has this banter going backwards and forwards. Andy tells her she's partner in the firm, and basically Penelope could care less, right? She's still mad at Andy, so she leaves. Then we get over to this was so good. I don't know about you people, but I enjoyed Hayden coming after Gary. Hayden said, yeah, nah, we not cool. You slept with my lady, we not cool. I think somehow Hayden is still going to try to get back at Gary. Gary is not going to see it coming because he now thinks, oh yeah, Hayden, yeah, he forgave me. He is really my friend. But Hayden got something up his sleeve for Gary, and I can't wait to see it. So that was basically the end of episode 21. Now, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Now, I'm feeling like we're coming up on the last episode next week. Season 9 is already in the mix. So I believe that we'll get season 9 somewhere in June. It might sound far away, but it's really not. But I think we'll get some type of trailer maybe late May, somewhere in there. Now, as far as I'ma just school over to this part, Zatima, I know Zatima will come back on before Sisters season 9. So Zatima, I'm hearing, may start in May, and Sisters will start in June. So let's see what happens. Hopefully that it does go like that. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's when these two shows will be coming back on. I don't know our particular day or date. So let's just stay tuned. Next up, I'm just gonna break down a little bit of this whole Sabrina thing again. I'm just like, I really want to see what you guys think. Like, come on, Sabrina. All right. Thanks for listening. Like, share, and subscribe.